I want to explain how we come up with training and what the purpose of training is. So one of our mentors in the company, Hector Lamar, he talks about the 7 fundamentals. And he said that every single training that you have, you should be covering these different things. So when you come here, some of the trainings are going to be on prospect. The biggest thing you'll notice when you recruit a lot of people is, when am I going to learn about products? When am I going to learn about products? I'll teach you about products, but it's really pointless if you have no one to go see. That's a waste of my time. I've done a lot of one-on-one product meetings with people, and they felt really good because they were educated, but it didn't really lead to any. The best way to learn about products is when you go out into the field and you watch it happen, right? But a lot of people have this urge to be there's a satisfaction they get from just simply being educated. And yes, we do that in general training, right? But you don't want a lot of that going on with super brand new people one-on-one, okay? Some people you can do that if you really see something different in them, right? But then what everyone has to learn is how to prospect, how to get someone to a meeting, how to get somebody to get interested in the products and services that we provide. Prospecting is life. If you are going to be in business, I don't care at what level, you have to learn how to prospect new opportunities, new people, new clients, new referrals, new referral partners, new center of influences. So that's a big thing. And I don't think that's something that's widely known or comes naturally. You have to be taught that. The next thing is presenting. Okay. So sometimes we come up here, we have Jen go over how to present the opportunity. There's a difference in, between you knowing how our company works and how our products work and why we do what we do but it actually coming out of your mouth in a way that's presentable. That's going to be appealing, where you have a certain type of delivery, where you say the right words at the right times. Does that make sense? Yeah. So you may hear the presentation and you say, well, I know the presentation, but do you know it the way I know it? Are you saying it the way she's saying it? Both of us know the same things, but the delivery is very different. When it comes down to it, like let's say that I'm talking about investments. Investments are investments, man. Mutual funds are mutual funds. The market is going to do, but how am I delivering versus the next guy? That's why you want to learn about presentations. The other topic that we cover is recruiting. And, we're very quick to accept that someone doesn't want to recruit, they don't want to be a recruiter, because we don't want to be associated with pyramid schemes, multi-level marketing, all of that. And I completely get that, because we're not that, and I don't want to be associated with that. But at the end of the day, everyone in this room got recruited. You guys are all normal people, right? And there's other normal people that are also looking for an opportunity, want to learn something, right? Want to make some extra money, want to run their own business, want to go full time, want to leave their job, want to help people. These people are out there, and you have to learn a sophisticated approach to finding people. How about that? Versus inviting a bunch of people over to your house, tricking them to come for some other reason, and then you pull out a whiteboard, right? Here, let me show you what I can show you. One thing I'll tell you about me is you're never going to bring someone where I'm speaking specifically and someone's going to be like, oh, that was corny. I know how to not sound corny. I know how to have a sophisticated approach to Primerica, bringing people in. I know how to talk to clients in Northern Virginia. This is not Texas. It's not Florida. It's not North Carolina, right? It's not New York. This is an educated area, so we know how to present and recruit and how to cater to our market. But if you don't come to training, you're not going to learn that stuff, right? What about closing? I was very good after a short period of time at explaining our products and services. My biggest miss, they say this, we were talking about gambling the other day with Hyde, right? Because he works at in the poker room at the casino. And he said that as a poker player, you're more inclined to remember your bad beats, the ones where you lost a pot or lost money or you got cracked, like Shaq says, right? You had kings, but they had aces, then the big wins. And it's the same thing with me. I'll never forget, I was 24 years old. I hired this young guy. He went to go take me to see his parents, and they had just gotten an inheritance of $600,000. And I sat there and still very new in the investment world, and I did an amazing presentation. I'll never forget. The father, he just leaned back and he was like, wow, because I had prepared so much and I presented the information. But I'll never forget, at the end I said, okay, guys, so now what I want you to do is think about it. I'm going to call you in a week. And I was just happy that I got through it. And then I call Shaq and I go, hey, this is how it went. And he's just shaking his head like, dude, right? We got to close.
Yeah.
Because that's in their best interest. Because they never returned my call again. I never saw them again until a few years later at the mall. And I approached them and they said, yeah, we went to a different financial advisor. Was that in their best interest? Right? It wasn't. In my opinion, their best interest is to be with me. And if they did, they'd still be with me today because no one's ever left my book. So can you, right, get someone to move forward? Not just present the information. Do you know the questions to ask to get them to move forward? That's a skill that you got to learn. Overcoming objections. I don't have time. I'm too busy. I don't have experience. I don't believe in life insurance. I'm not going to die tomorrow. I don't get any money back. The other one builds cash value. Dude, these are like the most basic. You have to learn a few responses back to the most, you know what I'm saying? Like Josh and I right now, we're working on a larger transaction. It's his. I'm just assisting him with it. But it's like client comes back and she goes, wait a second, what about this? What about that? Surprise? You have questions about the fees. You have questions about the company, right? Not our company, but the investment company. You have more questions about the product, the transfer process. This is normal stuff. I don't walk into a fight and expect for someone not to swing at me. Does that make sense? I'm prepared and I know how to swing back. And it's not a confrontation, but just in a sense, you have to expect that. Those people are in the room. They're watching a presentation. When they come out, yes, a few of them will say, I'm ready to go right now. Others will have concerns and questions. You have to learn what to say from people that have said it 1,000 more times than you.